City leaders address concerns of violence, weapons, and racism today. Now, these issues illuminated this week after protests turned into fights. WCPO 9 News reporter Courtney Francisco is live there now. All right, Courtney, you got answers to viewer questions tonight. What'd you find?
Tanya, I do have answers from the police chief and the mayor addressing those videos that show assault, people carrying guns and baseball bats, racial slurs, all that after people gathered here on the streets to stand against racism this week. Wow. This is what demonstrators got in Bethel when they stood against racism.
Stand back, don't engage.
And today I had the chance to take your concerns to the chief of police, Steve Teague.
This has kind of taken us all by storm.
He says there are 6 police officers in Bethel, and they were prepared for these people standing in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement this week. He said he did not expect this many counter-protesters showing up with guns, baseball bats, but said in Ohio, weapons on the street are allowed.
That's what we allow around here, unfortunately. You know, it's their right to do it. And it's a little scary for us too, because I'll be quite honest with you, we were outnumbered and many a times with people having more weapons than the officers do.
He calls that and the racial slurs startling.
I condemn all violence.
Organizers of the peaceful demonstrations asked Mayor Jane Noble and council to do the same.
When it comes to the violence part and breaking the laws, I do condemn that.
So what about that video online of a man punching another man in the back of the head while an officer stands there? The person who took it has not given me permission to show it, but many of you have seen it and written to me about it.
The officer was distracted and looked to the side, and he even confirms the officer's statement of what happened, that the officer did take the appropriate action, and I interviewed him at length, and he said after the officer was notified that he had been struck, he was removed from the scene for further investigation and checked for medical clearance, which he refused any additional medical treatment.
Police say once they identify the man, he will face an assault charge. I did reach out to the guy who took the punch to the head. I'm waiting to hear from him. I spoke to the organizer of the peaceful demonstrators on Sunday, and she says she has put all demonstrations on hold for now. Hear from her coming up at 6.